world? It's your boy Patrick Michael Strange. This is the New Release Wednesday show here at Strange Matter with my peoples. I have Matt Guinea in the house, Alicia G, CY, Dalek Sec, Bell. I got Brandy Wordbox. I got CC the Greek Geek, Lewis Bailey, and of course the Bizarre Gianna Cologne, and of course Gringas the Black Unicorn off camera. I'm gonna get off camera because I'm gonna let my crew talk about the best of 2018, and we're gonna kick it off right now with the comics creator of the year. Turning it over to Bizarre.
All right, everybody. So to get this going off, one of the main reasons why we're all here is because of comics. So let's talk about who made them. So the nominees for this year, we have Tom King, who is the current writer on Heroes in Crisis and Batman. We have Marjorie Liu, who is on Monstrous.
Yes.
There we go. Brian K. Vaughan from Saga. Scotty Young from, what is that again? I Hate Fairyland?
Yes.
Jason Aaron from Thor. James Roberts of Transformers. And even though they're two separate categories, the tag team of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, who were the writers on Batman and Dark Knight's Metal.
Ooh.
Discuss. Who did you choose and why?
I actually didn't read a lot of comics this year, so I abstained from voting.
I also didn't read a lot of comics this year, but I picked Scotty Young because I'm always a fan of Scotty's work, and there's never been a bad thing that Scotty Young has done. And also, I really enjoyed the series. It's a good series.
My vote had to go to Saga. I'm a huge Saga fan. That's really what got me into comics, and it's very sad that they're now on a hiatus, but I gotta support my Saga. I even have all the pops.
So who is in that list? It's Brian K. Vaughan, the
Brian
writer.
K. Vaughan, yeah.
With Fiona Staples.
I picked Scotty Young because it was like who else I was familiar with. So I picked the safe choice. Sorry, guys. It's not my style.
It's a good choice.
I skipped.
We're such good comics fans, guys.
We did not agree comics in this group.
This is the comic show, people.
Oh.
This is the comic show.
And we didn't read comics.
I picked Tom King with my pick because Mr. Miracle and just some of his other work that he's done. And he's been on the show before 3 times. So shout out to Tom King for loving the NRW.
Me personally, I was torn between Tom King and Scott Snyder because I love the Dark Knight's Metal comic that they did. I thought it brought a lot of new things to the table, especially with the Batman Who Laughs, who's got his own miniseries going now. And Tom King, mostly because of Heroes in Crisis, for being not afraid to do something new and to kill off a lot of different people, including very important ones. I don't give a shit about spoilers like Kid Flash, Arsenal, and Poison Ivy. True. So, and the winner, actually, oh yeah, he tried to say nothing ever happened. Things happened.
I didn't say nothing happened.
Read your comics, CY.
What?
Oh, ow.
Shots fired.
So,
I just said nothing's happened since the start of the miniseries. They haven't accomplished anything in the book yet.
Oh, why did you nominate James Roberts?
I was trying to say that, but everyone kept talking.
Okay.
We'll say it.
I don't think
And left. I'm a fan of Transformers comics for the past 10 years or so almost. The IDW series has been pretty well done for the most part. It's wrapping up a whole universe thing, and the specific comic that James Roberts has worked on, More Than Meets the Eye, is wrapping up a fairly extensive and convoluted story in a very satisfactory way. It's...
Baby Groot fell on his head.
No. Well, I can't beat that, so...
All right, so with no drum roll because I don't believe in it.
No drum.
Should we just do this the rest of the time?
What do we have?
The winner would be Tom King.
Yay!
The king gets his crown.
I pick winners, y'all. I pick winners.
That's why you picked me.
Well, since we're on comic creators...
No. We're going to continue with elaborating why Tom King. Who else picked Tom King? Anybody else besides?
No.
Because he had one. So you and I were the only votes that gave it.
I think so.
Yeah, I
didn't
read...
show up.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of people that didn't show up.
Yeah,
so why is it Tom King for you?
Absentee voting.
We're guilting you, people who didn't show up.
You're
Yes.
missing a party.
So for me, the reason I chose Tom King is because with the comics of his that I've read this year, he hasn't been afraid to do something new, to do something a little different and to push it. As I mentioned with Heroes in Crisis, He took the idealism of PTSD and people with superpowers needing somewhere to go to feel safe, to talk, to get all their shit out. Something that, all of us kind of need to do at some point in life. And something seriously bad happening from it. And the heart of it spreading through all the other comics, because for almost a month, almost every DC comic had a funeral, had a mourning, had a grieving session, people trying to understand. It affected through the Flash, through Superman, through Batman, through Titans, through Teen Titans, through everything. And it was a lot of characters, people who resonated a lot, that people grew up with, just being completely taken out, and no one knows why. There's numerous suspects, we have no clue. And you also start to find secrets out, like how Batman had to spend time there because he's still trying to come to terms with all the things that have happened with the Robins. Superman trying to come to terms with him being an alien, trying to pretend to be a human. Wonder Woman about the first time she killed somebody and how it still affects her every day and every night. It brought more heart and more depth to these characters that we've honestly never seen. That's the reason why I chose it.
Excellent. You know what? I can't say more. You are right on the nail on that. Tom King, congratulations. We'll send you a trophy in the mail. All right, so to kick it off with Comic of the Year, my man Lewis Bailey. I'm going to turn it over to Lewis, and he will announce our nominees for Comic of the Year.
All right, yeah, we can't forget about the comics here. So, oh man, I am being summoned to stand up. I don't really get to sing stand up all that often. So, to go straight into it, here are our nominees for Comic of the Year. We have Saga from Image Comics. Woo! The Dead Hand, Image Comics.
Yes.
Spider-Geddon from Marvel. Batman White Knight, DC Comics. Dark Knight's Metal from DC Comics. Transformers Lost Light from IDW. Descender from Image Comics. A lot of Image Comics on here. Unnatural, also Image Comics. The Unbelievable Gwenpool from Marvel. The Dreaming from DC Comics / Vertigo. Immortal Hulk from Marvel. Paper Girl, which is Image Comics. And Bingo Love from Image Comics. So we have a lot on the pick list here. So a lot of nominees out there. Who wants to share their nominations?
Well, my main two were actually split on this one between The Dreaming and Spider-Geddon, which is a little bit weird for me to go to because I'm usually the big DC guy. But when I started reading Edge of the Spider-Geddon, which was similar to the Edge of the Spider-Verse, and watching, because one thing I liked about it, the stakes got more real. And within the first comic, they killed off two main Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir and Captain Britain. They just done. Wow. And with The Dreaming, I mean, when's the last time we had a good Sandman comic? It's been a very, very long time. And now we've got the Dreaming is back, but everything is fucked because the current Dream is gone. And they've been trying to hide it this entire time. So now the Judge is taking over and everything is going to hell. And so far, they still don't know where Dream is.
Interesting.
All right. Who else had nominated some picks?
I had nominated Transformers Lost Light mostly for the same reasons I already gave when we talked about James Roberts. The same thing. It's been a very good book. It's been going on for 2 or 3 years now, coming home to a conclusion. The other one I nominated was Gwenpool, just because I felt it was a very unique comic. It had a very interesting premise. It went through a lot of very interesting storylines. And all of this based on a very gimmicky derivative concept going back, 4 or 5 years now?
About 4 years ago, yeah.
The premise was Gwen Stacy dressed up as Deadpool, and it's gone in just a completely different direction and become a very interesting character that now looks like is going to be sticking around as part of the Marvel Universe for a while.
Yeah,
And that book is what did it.
It was all based on a variant cover that they did just for fun for promoting Gwen Stacy, and then everybody just dived in on it.
Right.
Although Deadpool did kick the shit out of her, which I did find humorous.
Which is fine. It's but it's also like this gets more into the character than that specific book. But like her awareness is a very different awareness than Deadpool's. So
and kind of seeing her going into like a lot of the Spider-Gwen comics and Deadpool comics, you see that she's has her own unique power. It's very different, but she has that comedic value that kind of matches along, I feel, with like the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So I didn't put my nominee in because I totally forgot that I did enjoy one comic this year, but I'm going to nominate him now. Cosmic Ghost Rider has been a total trip. Honestly, I picked it up because I saw their version of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it just takes everything about like Ghost Rider and Frank Castle, flips everything on its head, and it's just a wild and wacky ride, and the art's fun. It was a really fun book. You didn't have to really take anything seriously. I didn't even get mad that they killed my girl off, Jubilee off in that, and she was on a team. You know it's bad. You know it's good if I didn't get mad at that.
Right.
Like they had cycled through like 17 or so teams of Guardians with Cable coming back older and older every time because he kept summoning them. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It didn't take itself too seriously. So I regret forgetting to nominate that, but that was a good book.
No, I didn't nominate. I didn't vote because the one that I was reading started reading The Wicked and Divine this year, but didn't get to finish the entire series. But so far, from what I've been reading on it, that's a really good book. Look into the different gods that they basically on Earth, and they're amongst humans, and some of it I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I read it, but yeah. The premise of it was pretty exciting. I like that series. I still got to finish it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
My vote has to go with Saga. And I've read a couple different things, a lot of the Spider-Gwen, some of the Spider-Gwen series, but it didn't really catch me. But Saga really did catch me. As I said earlier, giving my vote to the writer of the thing is very well written. The story has been going on. I haven't ever gotten bored. I've always been excited for it. And it really pained me to find out that they're going on a hiatus for the story. And it really is still left as an open story. I can't wait till they come back to it. That's probably, out of all the comic series I started with Thor, and some of the others I can't think of right now, Saga is probably the only comic series that I am probably not going to drop at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, before we get to the winner, I voted for Saga. I actually did 2 votes. Saga is one of my votes, but Dead Hand with Image Comics. If you're not familiar with Dead Hand, I actually got a chance to read it on my Kindle on my way to Paris when I went to France. So to fill up that time, I read the entire thing. It was a really great series. If you're not familiar, it's kind of a counterintelligence, kind of like a thing. There's it deals with spies, and there's like this place in the mountains of Russia where there's this kid that's actually, it's not really a kid. It's kind of like that computer that can destroy the world. What's that, like that old classic film?
Like
HAL? No, not HAL, but like
War Games?
not War Games, but like HAL the
Space Odyssey?
Space Odyssey.
That knows how.
Yeah, HAL. So there's like this sentient computer that controls all these bombs that can go towards America, and so they send an American operative in to stop it, but finds out that it's AI. It has awareness,
Right.
and it's in like this kid, and so if it knows that it's alive and that the Cold War has ended, it's gonna send the missiles. It's just automatically programmed that way. So they try to nurture this kid to think that it's still back in time and that Russia has won. It's a really good political thriller. I would love for them to see
still
these
War
films.
Games. That's along the lines of War Games.
Kind of similar.
Yeah.
There's the AI is more sophisticated in Space Odyssey, but the whole nuclear Armageddon.
It's got a little bit of those chops. If you love stuff like I love stuff like that.
It's got part Skynet in it too. It's got a
You're gonna love this title. I highly recommend it. If any of my team wants to check it out, I can send it to you guys. It's really good. But Dead Hand, that's why I nominated it along with Saga, and you said it all with Saga.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So, with further ado, with all those nominees that we had, the winner for Comic of the Year from Image Comics, Saga.
hey!
Saga's the winner. I think it's a very clear winner there. They had a very strong going, and like I said, they left on an insane cliffhanger, went on hiatus, and goddamn you, but I'll still support you still, so please keep writing.
Alright.
Congratulations to Saga.
Brian K. Vaughan, Fiona Staples, the amazing writer and artist team on Saga. They've already won countless awards. I've been to a lot of the award shows, and they take it all. The Harveys, the Eisners, they
But none more prestigious
than
than
the
NRW
Yeah.
Comic of the Year 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
We need to give them
The
a
Covenant
Lion
No
Cat
Prize.
award.
So congrats to them.
Pat on the back.
All right.
Rolling, sound, speed,
Testing.
action.
What's going on, world? This blah. All right, rolling. Here we go again.
All right.
No, you can keep it there. I can edit that. Like you. Did you try to cut it? Or are we rolling?
No.
All right.
Cut. Okay. Rolling, sound, speed, action.